Yeah. But anyway, so like fighters could take the Xenoverse route and just keep releasing new characters, new stages. They've released one new stage so far, so that's probably how they're going to keep making money on fighters, is going to be stages. Anyone who's played Xenoverse has seen there are millions, unlimited characters in the Toriyama Dragon Ball Super Funimation catalog, and then they could even pull in, like Naruto and Ichigo and Gon and all these people. Like there's kind of like an unlimited amount of characters they could just drop into fighters if they wanted to. So what would it take to like justify a Fighters 2? And this is kind of my idea. So I would call it Dragon Ball Fighters Transformers. So like the thing that's really missing in Dragon Ball Fighters right now is like that real like Dragon Ball transformation feeling that you get, like, when you're playing and then you're desperate and you're like, and you're Super Saiyan, right? And you unlock some new abilities and you're stronger and faster. So to get an idea for like the Dragon Ball Fighters roster, I mean, like, here are just some examples of all of the Gokus you have to account for and are in the game. Actually, all of these Gokus are basically in the game except the red one of Fighters and Super Saiyan 2 already. But it's not like you can transform into them. I mean, like, base Goku is your is one character, and like he's got a special that's Kaioken. Then you have like Super Saiyan Goku, and he's got a special where he transforms into Super Saiyan 3. And then you've got like Kid Goku / GT Goku, which is an amalgam of original Dragon Ball Goku moves and Dragon Ball GT Goku look. And then he transforms into Super Saiyan 4 in a cutscene. You've got Blue Goku, who goes Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Kaioken in one of his supers. They've actually neglected Super Saiyan God Goku, also known as the Red Goku, in the corner that probably my face is covering at this moment. So you've got all these Gokus anyway. And so my idea is, how do you incorporate transformations into a fighting game and still make it, viable as a fighting game, where you're not like either fighting to transform and like you're either handicapped before you transform or you're overpowered after you transform. That's a big problem for like 2D style serious fighting games like Marvel vs. Capcom, Dragon Ball Fighters, the Guilty Gear stuff. Any like high level 2D fighting game, transformations are not your friend, because you're either overpowered after you transform or you're underpowered before you transform. So like, and of course you got like your basic stances, right? Your stand, your block, your forward dash, your back dash, your punches, your kicks, your super punches, your super kicks. You got your super moves like Kamehameha and maybe a Spirit Bomb and Kaioken. So this is essentially how base Goku works in Fighters 1, and this is how Super Saiyan Goku works in Fighters 1. It's just a different character, slightly different specials. And this is how Super Saiyan God or Super Saiyan Blue Goku works in Fighters. But it's a different character, and it doesn't account for that. So I think, like, instead of adding, like, people want Super Saiyan 4 Goku because he's only in the game in a cutscene. And I mean, like, again, you could go on forever. You could have Super Saiyan Rage Trunks. You could have, Majin Vegeta. You could have, like, there's so many different forms. And like, who wants a game? How many Gokus are in Fighters already? I'd have to count to be sure, but there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Gokus, and then like 3 Goku fusions. So there's like 8 Gokus at least that I can think of off the top of my head in Fighters already. So I want to avoid having 8 Gokus, but I also want to have all the Goku's forms. So my idea would basically be that there's a mechanic called Sparking Blast that's in Dragon Ball Fighters, and what happens is You get a slight, some of the rules of the game are slightly modified, so your character's a little quicker. You get a 10% attack boost, and every character on the roster has access to Sparking Blast, and it's kind of like it's a comeback mechanic. So I thought this is a cool idea, and it fits the idea of transformations really well. And I also thought that including certain transformations in a cutscene is still a way we're going to have to go. So I'm going to take Goku as an example because he by far has the most transformations in the show as far as I can figure. So again, I would have, when you select Goku on the screen, for me there would be, I'm going to say 3 Gokus that you could select. So you could select base Goku, or you could select red-haired God form Goku, and then you could select like UI Omen, like the black-haired Goku. And then if I was including GT characters, I suppose we would do Kid Goku. Yeah. Okay, so how many is that? Is that 4? That's 4. Okay. If we're including GT, there's going to be 4 Gokus. If we're not including GT, there's going to be 3. Probably in the base game, I would start with 2, and then Ultra Instinct Goku. So I would start with base Goku, and I would start out with God Goku, and then Ultra Instinct Goku. Like after you beat the 1-player mode or something, you would get Ultra Instinct Omen Goku. So we would have 3 Gokus in the whole game, as opposed to the 8 that are already there. And I kind of have an interesting idea for fusion characters, but I'll talk about that in a different video. So, okay, so you've got all your basic punches and kicks, but your Goku is going to have also a super move that is like, so a character like Goku or Vegeta, Trunks, Gohan, all the Saiyans, and other transforming characters for that matter, possibly. But in fact, you know what? Let's just stick to the Saiyans. This is just Saiyan transformations. So the Saiyans would start in their base form when you select them, and they would have access to, you know, punches, kicks, specials, supers, and that would be normal. They would also have a command that would cost you like 1 bar. If we're taking like the fighter style framework, it would cost you 1 bar to transform into, I think I have a transform animation somewhere. I didn't really get this super ready for today. I just wanted to show you guys something cool. Where is it? There we go. So here we go. So you want to be able to transform. So this is going to be a command, maybe like down special button, right? Or whatever. And then all of a sudden you're going to unlock with down special button. I'm thinking like this one here, like an what do you call that? A dragon punch, right? So instead of transforming with that command, it's now a new move you unlock. So characters who have transformations, it'll be a command, you know, maybe it's quarter circle forward, you know, special button, down special button, whatever it is, forward, down, diagonal forward, special button, whatever the command is to transform, that command will be replaced with a new move. So that's your advantage of transforming. And so it's not a big deal. Your character's still going to command. So let me pull this back up. We know this screen. Actually, I'll run it because I'm proud of this. So again, you still got your standard moves, your punches, your kicks, your back dashes, your super kick, beam, your special move, and you know, maybe a Kaioken special or whatever. I like Kaioken Goku, and I think you just, you know, do a super move that costs meter. And when you're in base Goku, your level 1 super, just like in Fighters, would be Kaioken. I think that works. I think it fits the Kaioken concept really well. I think base Goku does Kaioken and Spirit Bomb perfectly. Let's just say Fighters base Goku is our model. So then once he inputs the command to transform, see what I did here? He's essentially exactly the same, except maybe his super kicks, as you can see, like this kick. Oh, I forgot about that animation. That's like, yeah. So the super kick is here. Like, you know, base Goku would have like a regular super kick, and maybe the transformation unlocks a follow-up. Like you input the command for the super kick, and then you hit the heavy button after it, and it costs you half a meter or something, and you hard knockdown or sliding knockdown with it, right? And then also the button configuration you use to transform again gives you this super punch. You still got your beam, you know, basically exact same. I don't think you should get like any sort of like strength power up. I kind of think that's BS. You just unlock an extra move, and you know, maybe your special kick has a follow up. You know, maybe, you know, like maybe there's a follow up ad. Maybe your beam has grown bigger, like has more area to hit, but it's not a strength power up, and it's not a speed power up. It just unlocks certain functionalities of the character that were not there before, but also they don't really like they'll make your combos a little longer, but they don't take anything away from fighting in base form. And there's, you know, there would be advantages to using your base form specials, and maybe you prefer to be there, or you like the transformation specials. Like, let me run this again, I'll show you. So like, you know, base Goku again would stay the same. He's got his regular Kaioken and Spirit Bomb, and then this Goku would have a special that's like a big explosion Kamehameha thing, and then like a level 3 where he transforms. See what I did here? Into, okay, so like the level 1 special, he would go Super Saiyan 2 and shoot a beam and like blow people up or whatever. And his level 3 transformation, boom, Super Saiyan 3. So now we've covered base Goku, Kaioken Goku, Super Saiyan 2, and Super Saiyan 3 all in one character slot. There you go. Problem solved. So these are just some of the assets I was using. So that's my idea for a concept of FighterZ 2. In the next video, I'll probably relate how does this work. Oh, and that's the other thing. I almost forgot. I almost ended the video without this. So my idea, I want to bring it back to Sparking Blast, which I kind of teased at the beginning of the video, the comeback mechanic. So my idea for Sparking Blast would work for every single character, and it would change just a bit. So Sparking Blast would be a universal mechanic that gives you a 10% boost and unlocks certain game mechanics. Same thing. Sparking Blast is Sparking Blast, but it will trigger your character's like ultimate form or ultimate transformation. So for instance, Goku, like base Goku, when he triggers Sparking Blast, will go Super Saiyan 3, which in the story is a power up on a timeline anyway, or on a time, like it's got a limited time frame, just like Sparking Blast. So boom, pop Sparking, drop the gold hair on the character, you know, get all the benefits of Sparking Blast. It feels like a real transformation for Goku. And then when Sparking Blast is over, he transforms back either to base form or to Super Saiyan form, depending on what form he was in when he started. In this version of the game, I don't think you can transform backwards. Nope. You just transform once, or if you don't want to transform, don't do it. But other than, say, for Goku Super Saiyan 3, how would this work for other characters? You got, say, Krillin would get unlocked potential. All the human characters with no transformation, they would just get some, you know, like aura like this kind of deal around them, and it'll say some BS like unlock potential or you know, rage boost. Like for instance, Trunks, right? You hit the Sparking Blast and he transforms Super Saiyan Rage. So all you got to do is just add the blue, you know, again, give him a blue aura around him, take the pupils out of the eyes, and whatever else changes with Rage Trunks, and that's his Sparking Blast. It's temporary. Characters like Zamasu, right? Sparking Blast, and then he becomes the big mutated, you know, version of himself really quick. You know, Kid dude, imagine this. Like this would be a really big one. So like GT Goku, for instance, I think his transformation would be a sparking blast mechanic. Or well, no, actually GT Goku would be really quick. I can summarize it. He also would have a Super Saiyan transformation, and then his sparking blast would be Super Saiyan 4. So GT Goku during sparking blast would be 10% stronger and have a full-sized body for the 30 seconds or whatever that sparking blast is. How cool of a transformation is that? Then and that again, you kill GT Goku, Super Saiyan GT Goku, and Super Saiyan 4 GT Goku, which are essentially the three forms the character uses in the whole thing. Like, they do a gag where Goku can't transform to Super Saiyan 3 because he's a kid. That's why he needs Super Saiyan 4. So, like, you know, you cover the three versions of GT Goku in one character with a really cool mechanic, and all of a sudden he's like, that makes him an interesting character in a fighting game because he's literally changing size, but he's going to keep his moveset, but he's just got those sparking blast advantages and an entirely different character model with the exact same moveset. You know, this game will take some tooling, but they've got the money. Like, it'll take that tooling. People like Piccolo, like, you know, some of the characters you got to do what other games have done, and maybe you don't fuse with Nail or fuse with Kami, or I don't know, like, you can give Piccolo like a saving Gohan boost. Like, I don't care what it is. Like, you can name it whatever it is. It's your 10% boost. And any character with a, you know, ultimate transformation, like Golden Frieza, boom. You know, you fight, you start with Frieza. I don't think you'd want to do 4 transformations with Frieza, to be honest. So, and I don't think the programmers would want to deal with that. So I think Frieza, I don't know. I think I'll do a separate video and really flesh out the thoughts about Frieza too. But this is my idea for how I would do FighterZ 2 if I was to do a FighterZ 2. That would be, this is exactly how I would do it. So it would be built on this transformation mechanic, and, you know, characters like Cell and Super Buu, all these characters that are transformation heavy, all of a sudden have a place, and you don't need a billion character slots to do it. You just have a fighting game, simple roster, all their forms are covered. You don't need 8 Gokus. Fusion's gonna be cool. Well, actually, here's the idea for Fusion. It doesn't need an entire video. Fusion, okay, spoiler alert. If you want to use a Fusion character, they're gonna be better than regular characters. It's going to be a fun thing to balance. There'll be like 8,000 patches, but you want to use a Fusion character, then you pick a Goku and you pick a Vegeta. You pick 2 characters that are capable of fusion, and you put them in the 2 character slots, and in the character select menu, you can select them either as Fusion, Gogeta, or as individual characters. So if you use a Fusion, you only have 2 characters in your 3-man roster, but you have a Fusion character, and the balance will be tricky. But I think it's cool. I think you can manage it. I think, you know, maybe a 10% attack and defense boost, and give them a few, like, you know what? Like, those are your S tier characters, but at what cost? You know, you want to unlock some really devastating stuff. You know, you want to put one of these guys on point. You're going to pay the cost. Everything. The universe is equivalent with exchange. That's the idea. So that's my idea for Dragon Ball FighterZ 2. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you look forward to new and exciting stuff. Yo. Okay, hey. What did I walk in on? I know. So let's go. I'm in. So I walked in late. Yeah. Oh, the giant form. That's really cool. That's a great idea. Yeah. So the giant forms would be like the sparking blast for Piccolo. That's awesome. Yeah, Piccolo, Great Apes. And so they would turn into, like, if I compared it to Marvel vs. Capcom, it would be like the Incredible Hulk